He's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country.
For Robert De Niro, this was never about politics. Forget policy, forget right versus left. From the very beginning, this was personal. It was a visceral, gut-level reaction to a man he saw as a walking, talking con. A diagnosis of a character so fundamentally broken, it demanded pure, undiluted contempt.
Makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has.
He didn't just disagree, he was disgusted. So what happens when one of the most iconic tough guys in movie history decides a real-life figure is a punk? He draws a line in the sand. But De Niro? He didn't use sand. He used the Tony Awards stage and a flamethrower.
I'm gonna say one thing, fuck Trump.
It wasn't about being polite anymore. It was about making a statement so loud, so profane, that no one could possibly ignore it. The private opinion just went public, and it had a battle cry.
He wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump.
After dropping the F-bomb on national television, De Niro gets tactical. He sees the bully on his pulpit bragging about wanting to punch people in the face. So he decides to hold up a mirror, to take that tough guy rhetoric and shove it right back where it came from.
I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world.
But playground insults weren't going to cut it. He needed a bigger frame. So De Niro reached into the toolbox that made him a legend and started casting. He saw Trump not as a president, but as a character. First, a classic schoolyard bully, the kind who only has power if you give it to him.
He was a clown in New York, and he's a classic bully. If you had a schoolyard and he walked in and he had his bully friends around, the other people decide whether they want to oppose him or they want to let him just tell him what to do and own the schoolyard or the basketball court or whatever it is. He's got to be stopped.
This isn't just a bully. It's a cheap imitation of something De Niro knows a thing or two about. Starts calling him a gangster. And not even a good one. A wannabe. A mob boss with no honor, no code. An insult to the very criminals De Niro made famous.
Give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences. Because as you've said before, this guy's a con artist. And he's gotten away with it for years.
He's really, genuinely a sick person. Just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency.
And that's when the anger turns into something else. Something colder. Fear. De Niro looks past the rallies and sees a pattern. A historical echo he can't ignore. He starts talking about clowns. About how the most dangerous men in history often start their careers looking like a joke.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him, there's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see, ever.
The history lessons have been given. All that's left is a raw, urgent warning. He's moved past the idea that the system will just handle it.
Yeah, he's so stupid. Look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. But he's a scary one. And
suddenly the joke isn't funny anymore. He's seen this movie before. We all have. And he's screaming at the screen, telling us this is the part where we're supposed to walk out. This is our second chance, and nobody is laughing now.
There's a big group of people in this country who believe that he cares about them.
I am totally dumbfounded, baffled by that. I can't understand it. And it's a thing that we've seen over the decades and decades. And
he's looking you in the eye and telling you the man has said, out loud, he will not leave, he will not concede. And for anyone who still thinks he will, For anyone who still thinks this is a game, the message is clear. It has to be stopped.
He's a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath. He's created some new language as far as describing somebody in his mental condition. So frightening and scary, and he's dangerous. We got to get rid of him.
Do you ever
He wrap up his talk by blaming those Republicans that don't have the nerves to go after criminals.
Shame on those Republicans that don't have the nerve, the balls to go after him. He's an outright criminal, and they're still buying it.
Let's see what Donald Trump said about him after all. He doesn't like people who are not loving him. We all know that.
this might have been the first time he wrote about you. Robert De Niro, a very low IQ individual, has received he spelled two wrong, many shots to the head by real boxers in movies. I watched him last night, truly believe he may be punch drunk, and then he says, at the end, he says, "Wake up, punchy," he says to you. Truth Social, Robert De Niro, whose acting talents have greatly diminished with his reputation now shot, must even use a teleprompter for his foul and disgusting language. So disrespectful to our country.
De Niro even likes to be a gangster in the White House. Maybe in this scenario, he could do whatever he wishes for.
You play Robert Mueller over on SNL, or
Yes.
things over there. You recently called playing Mueller, you call that a civic duty.
Yes.
Why do you say that, sir?
I have no other way to say it, I guess. It's a civic duty. It's my obligation, my civic obligation to play Mueller.
Because
So,
that's the closest we've gotten to hearing what Mueller is going to say.
Well,
And I doubt
I keep saying that I don't know whether this is actually possible in reality, but where I can handcuff him and take him away in an orange jumpsuit. That would be...
I assume you mean the President of the United States. There is.
Guy has proven himself to be a total loser. A wannabe gangster in the White House now. So,
Yeah. He does. He tries to act like a tough guy. He tries to act like a made man,
yeah, like a made guy,
Exactly.
Call in a...
It's no secret you're not a fan. It's no secret
There
you're
are
not a fan.
there are certain, even gangsters have morals, and they have
A code.
They have ethics. They have a code.
Maybe not more a code.
A code. They have
Yeah.
a code, and when you give somebody your word, it's your word because that's all you have is your word,
Right.
especially in that world. This guy, he doesn't even know what that means.
No.
Just a quick heads up. All the clips and statements you saw here, they're drawn straight from public sources and news coverage, and we're always playing by the rules, especially YouTube's. So, if you enjoyed this breakdown, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.